Hi everyone, it's Sister Jenna from America Meditating Radio. I hope you've been enjoying Wiseish, which you can get live on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube from 8:30 a.m. to 8:45. But you can also get it on demand 24/7. It's going to be your power boost for the morning. It's your daily dose for the soul. It's just going to encourage you to make the day that much more valuable. So join us. Looking forward to seeing you. Hi everyone, I'm Sister Jenna. Welcome to our special Zoom meditation segments. Look, it's no joke. Things are kind of weird. It's just weird. Pandemics, protests, job insecurity, global pause. Everyone's numb, but also everyone's searching. And they might be searching on this little gadget of Zoom in a little box. People from all over the world who don't know each other are coming together in Zoom rooms to figure out who they are, why they're here, and how to meditate. Meditation is something that we've often thought that if we make our minds empty, we've meditated. I don't believe that. I think it's important that we learn how to channel our thoughts in a right way that are connected to our vision, our goal, our spiritual attainments, our mental capacity. Then you're really meditating. Hello everyone, welcome to Wiseish, your daily power boost, your Monday through Friday live segments to kind of check in, raise your energy up, connect with souls that are also in the same frequency as you are, or at least they're looking to get into similar frequencies of living their full lives. It's time for us to take a dose, that stuff that can kind of help our minds to be a lot more healthier, positive. Wiseish is all about adding more wisdom, and that's what we need in our lives today. Looking at what's going on nationally in the United States of America, globally as well. There's some countries that are doing incredibly well. Have to keep talking about New Zealand, but and I'm sure they have their own issues. But I'm just saying that in terms of just the energy that you hear, it's just wow. Look at how they're supporting and helping their people so much. It's a small country, and it's easier when the community is small. You can manage it a little bit better. Mentality, cultures, family values, all weighing as well. But what about those folks that, you don't get along very well with? What about the friends that have become your enemies? What about a family member that perhaps had a lapse in judgment and it just broke your trust, it broke your faith in humanity, it broke your love for humanity. And the recording in your mind is of what they did. that you felt was deplorable or was beyond forgiving, or you actually felt so deeply bruised by their decision or their choice that you were a part of, that the definition that you carry in your mind of that person is that they're your enemy. And what you start to walk around and feed at a thought level is, this person doesn't wish me any good. An enemy is someone that you always feel like doesn't have your best interest at heart. But how many of us have actually thoughts like that within ourselves that don't have our best interest? How many of you have felt that you sabotage your fortune, you sabotage your love, you sabotage your freedom by the choices that you've made? How many? Raise your hands. How often have you thought about something that was enmity? It definitely wasn't about the angel in you. And how many of you have spoken and said and done something that also imparted sorrow or pain on someone, in which that person walked away and said, this person doesn't mean me any good? And yet, the energy of God is love. And the energy of love is needed at this time. We've been having a series of the power of love, love versus fear, how love heals, love for, the humanity and the mind and all of these ideas. And loving somebody from a distance was another conversation that we had on Wise-ish. But how do you love your enemies? How do you love someone that takes you through, or both of you go through, let's say, a nasty divorce? At the beginning, you both had wishes and dreams, and you made promises that you were going to keep, even had children along the way, maybe opened up a business, maybe bought a house together, maybe cars, maybe even had a life insurance policy together, put it in each other's wills. Something happened, and who was your best friend, your partner in service? Something switched. And that person who was your friend, your beloved, your partner, has now become your enemy. And you have to love that enemy. You don't have to, but it's to your benefit to still be able to not allow the experience that you had with that person to stop your love from flowing, because love is your healing force. Love is your nourishment. Love is your food. Love is your life. And yet that one thought of what he did or what she did in that relationship has polluted your capacity to love and allow that love to flow through you. Isn't that fascinating? Don't you remember all the promises you made to each other? When you and friends get together and you sense this energetic vibe between both of you, where there's a resonance, there's a safety, you sense, I can trust this one. And you begin to share with your friends things you would never tell anyone else. And something emerges in the drama of life. And the trust and the faith in that friendship gets compromised. And one of you decide to put the kibosh on that friendship and go against that trust. Then the person becomes an enemy. And you walk around with the same thought over and over again. How could they? Why did they? I'll never talk to that person again. And just observe how it makes your system feel when you do that. Pretty painful, isn't it? So what do we lose if we were to practice the love of an enemy? Let's say, for example, you think of that person that gave you, let's just say they were giving you the worst of themselves, but you made the mistake of taking it. Let's look at it very honestly and very practically. They were not in a good place. You happened to have been in the way. And what came out of them, you took it. It had your name on it. Maybe they even came up with a circumstance and a situation. Maybe they took your money. Maybe they took your partner. Maybe they took your dignity. Maybe they did a lot more. But immerse them now for a moment and look at them from your heart. And send them your love. Did that cost you anything? And how did that make you feel? To at least from a thought level, to love who you consider is your enemy. Because the moment you practice that, you even begin to identify the thoughts within you that are not of your benefit. And you realize what it's also doing to you. So, if it's a person, a situation, a thing, love it. Because as you practice that, you will realize that if there are any thoughts emerging in your own mind, that it doesn't say that you have love for the self, then you begin to feel like, oh no, I can't have this thought. And you start to heal yourself in a beautiful way and get over that. So you can love your enemy, because there has to come that point in time in your own life that you can love your own self for even having a thought that has not been good for you. All right. So let's hear what your blessing and good wish for the day is. You are the one who is knowledgeable, and you are very sensible. And as a result, you accumulate an income of multi-millions at every step. You are the one. You are the one who is knowledgeable and sensible, and you accumulate an income of multi-millions at every step. Thank you all so much for joining us on our Wise-ish segment. And remember, no one can take away your happiness, unless you give them permission. And a practice that I've been doing now for many years, and it's still a work in progress. Love everybody the same, and your attachments will reduce. Thanks a lot for joining us. Don't forget to tune into America Meditating Podcast on many and various platforms. And feel free to share your comments and thoughts and feelings. And if you have any topic or any thoughts that are kind of weighing on your mind, send us an email at info@americameditating.org. Again, that's info@americameditating.org. All the best. Take care.